Kind of Funny Live 3 in San Francisco at the Regency Ballroom. kindoffunny.com/KF03. Get your tickets. Everything could blow up. There could be an earthquake and everybody could die, but the t-shirt designs will be fucking dope. So please go.
So Mother's Day is like this weekend. If you're listening on Patreon, it's next weekend. But if you're not, dude, it's this weekend. Luckily, this episode of the Gamescast is brought to you by Sherry's Berries. Now, if you don't know Sherry's Berries, some of our friends, namely Andy and Kevin, they know Sherry's Berries really well. You should have seen Kevin take these things down. I'd say it was impressive, but it was more scary. But you can, gift these to your mother and see what she does with them. All you got to do is go to berries.com and use the code KFGames. That's BERRIES.com and use the code KFGames. Okay? Now let me tell you a little bit about these things, right? They're strawberries dipped in chocolate. You might think, oh, I've had that before. Not like this. Sherry, I don't know what her special technique is, but she is nailing it. There's a special deal now. Starting at just $19.99, you can get huge, freshly dipped strawberries plus shipping. And right now, you can double the berries for just $10 more. And guess what, Kevin? Guess what?
What?
The deal's even sweeter because it's Mother's Day. For just $10 more, you double the berries and you get free cake truffles too. I don't know what those are, but does that excite you as much as it excites me?
It really does.
I'm sure that it does. Again, you know what? You've won me over. Now I'm just impressed. You guys did good. You did good. Everybody, go. Berries.com. BERRIES.com. Use the code KFGames. You just got to click on that mic and you can make that things happen. This amazing deal won't last long, and Mother's Day is coming soon. Don't disappoint her this year like you do every other year. All right, final topic of the day, as always, brought to you by you. You can go to kindoffunny.com/Gamescast topic and leave your topic for us to answer, just like all these beautiful people did. This comes from Soft Dude.
Oh, I thought it was from software. I was leaving a question.
Nope, but it's
about Chrome
it's about
hounds.
it. Listening back to your E3 predictions, the early ones, not the final ones, which we will be doing after Greg comes back from Judges Week.
And then let me tell you, those predictions are going to be pretty spot on.
Hold on. That seems...
No, we do a thing.
just-
Now, we get in trouble where we never make a prediction if we actually know the answer.
Sure.
But then it gets really interesting when we've been talking about predictions for a long time, and then we go quiet for like 3 weeks, and like, why aren't you talking about Spider-Man anymore? I'm like, don't know. Interesting.
Wow, what a coincidence.
I was kind of sad none of you mentioned the possibility of a Bloodborne sequel. What do you think?
Did we really not?
We didn't. Bloodborne 2
Oh.
at
You think that's gonna be-
PlayStation E3 press conference.
Okay.
Which out of you saw
Bloodborne?
today, announced for the same time and spot that it always is.
Yep.
Monday night.
So is
6
it
PM.
before it's before Microsoft
No,
again?
it's now.
It's
This is
after.
the last one. Well, this is the last one on Monday.
Monday's night's finale
Yeah.
before Nintendo does
Nintendo
something.
probably
maybe
on
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
More
They said no
Amiibos?
press conference, so it's probably going to be direct followed
With
by
puppets.
Treehouse thing. We ain't getting no puppets. Damn it. No puppets, Greg. Amiibos for sure. Many. Amiibos.
I want some arms amiibos.
Dry bones.
Oh, we're getting arms amiibos.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. No.
Maybe each arm will be its own amiibo. So you get like a
my
right
God.
amiibo, a right arm amiibo, a left arm amiibo.
What'd you hit me up, Greg?
No, I got to check embargoes before I...
Before you say some stuff. Anyway, Bloodborne 2, I think, is a surefire bet. Like, when you look at PlayStation's lineup and what they did at E3 the past couple of years, they have just knocked it out of the park. And I know that those guys want to outdo themselves, even if they can't.
When did the last one come out? It's only 2 years, right? Or was it 2014.
15.
So
it was 2015.
If it's a
'cause we
3-year
were
cycle,
kinda
they're on
funny.
the window, right?
It makes sense. And when you look at what games they announced 2 years ago, what games they announced last year, and the ones that have already come out, the ones that we know their release dates are coming soon, like Horizon's out now, which means that the next wave is going to start coming. And we know that we have the God of War to look at. We have Detroit. We have Last of Us Part 2. We have Death Stranding in the far. So it's like, all right, cool. We need new announcements of new things we don't know about. And I think Bloodborne 2 is the easy answer.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. What do you think, Greg?
I'm trying to see what I can say about an embargo. So until I get an answer, I have nothing to say. It wasn't about Bloodborne.
Okay, cool.
I'm surprised because I thought we would have said that. Yeah, it seems like if there's going to be a Bloodborne or a Bloodborne 2, I think there'd be a Bloodborne announcement at the PlayStation conference because that'll fucking bring the house down.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to see a Souls game that's a science fiction game instead of like a gritty past. Right?
That'd be
Like
really
a
cool.
Science fiction world that's all broken down and ruined.
Yeah,
That'd be
that was
rad.
my thing. I mean, again, being just Greg Miller problems of
Yeah.
like Dark Souls being in a place I don't really care about, and Bloodborne being a bit further, like being that gothic-y thing. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I think steampunk gothic, and I think Greg Miller.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
I am. Right? Pirate hats and four corner.
Yeah, weird glasses with like cranks on them.
Exactly. Yeah,
and
really ugly
funny
characters.
hats.
Ugly ass characters.
Yeah,
made in
dirty
that game.
faces everywhere. You love the dirty
Galvatron.
faces.
Oh, I love a good chimney sweep. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Big Nose wants to know, Will, what games are you playing, and what do you think of the Nintendo Switch?
What an amazing coincidence. I am playing. I've been playing Mario Kart 8. I about 3 weeks ago I said, no, I'm not going to buy this because I bought it on the Wii U. I played dozens of hours. Like my wife and I had
Yeah.
some of the biggest fights of our relationship over Mario Kart 8. So
Yeah.
that was good.
Good. Oh yeah. Way to test the marriage.
And then I was like, no, I'm not going to buy it. And then I talked to Gary and I talked to a bunch of other people this weekend, and they pulled out their Switches at brunch and they fucking sat and played Mario
Yes,
at brunch.
it's so good. It's a new
and I was
world.
just like, God damn it. And then I spent $60 and I have Mario Kart 8, and it's really, really
It's
good.
so fucking good.
And that Tumbleseed, Tumbleseed, like I love Spelunky.
Yeah.
I love roguelikes. It's, if you haven't played it, it's basically like a kid's ball maze where you have like the holes on a table, and you have to kind of balance the seed up between a bar by rocking it up.
Important to
this
say,
world.
not the motion controls.
It's not motion controls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody asks that.
When I
always
was
sticks.
I played it only at the Nindy event at GDC, and when I walked in, I saw it, I was like, oh no way, and they're like, no, use the sticks. I'm like,
Use the
oh, all
sticks.
right, cool, I'm in.
Well, and the other thing about it is it has the best HD rumble. I haven't played 1-2 Switch because it's not my thing. But it has the best HD rumble of anything I've played to
Really?
date. Like when the seeds roll on this stick back and forth across this thing, and the different you can use different seeds. You plant different seeds as you go, and some of them like let you reset your spawn point. Some of them give you more health. Some of them collect currency. Yada yada. They all roll differently, and you feel it on the Joy-Cons. And it's the dumbest thing, but it feels so good. And the controls are super tight. It's the controls on the Switch especially. I haven't played the PC version yet, but are really really like precise and well done. It's like such a finesse game.
And correct me if I'm wrong. It was doing. If I'm thinking of the when I got the demo. I mean, I know I'm thinking of the right game, but it gives you your progress through helps you the next time. No, right? Don't you fall and then or does it start from scratch every time? Because you have to get the
roguelike.
gems to get the thing.
Yeah, so you get the gems. The gems and the hearts reset each time you die.
Okay.
There are some quest things that you can do.
Okay.
Similar to Spelunky. You know, you get to the end of the first level in Spelunky and you bring the guy a bomb, and you bring him in some other stuff. Eventually you have a shortcut that takes you to the start of the second world.
Gotcha.
You can do stuff like that.
Gotcha.
It's super tight. And then PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is fucking awesome if you guys haven't played that.
What is this?
Oh my God. Have you seen Battle Royale?
Yeah.
The Japanese movie
yeah.
about the kids that get put on the island and they have to all murder
better
each other
Hunger
one at a
Games?
time. Yeah, it's like Hunger Games, but good.
Yeah.
Not that I mean Hunger Games. Okay,
Not to hate on
whatever.
Hunger Games, but
Games.
Battle
Well,
Royale.
you both just did.
Battle
for the
Royales.
record.
Like,
Awesome.
look,
Okay, cool.
I like Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence is an amazing actress. It's great. It's terrific. Battle
Battle
Royale is much
Royale is
better.
fantastic.
Like the difference. So this you start 100 people. It's a PC game. 100 people start on an island. There's a giant cargo plane. You load everybody into the cargo plane with nothing, just the clothes on your back, no weapons, no spoon, nothing. They fly you over this big ass like Arma size island, and then you choose where you're going to jump out, and you can kind of parachute over to places on either side of the airplane's track through the island. Then you have to scrounge through houses, buildings, whatever you find, collect guns, armor, more backpacks, grenades, all sorts of other kind of accoutrements of death. And then you have to murder everybody else on the island.
Hell yeah.
And it's a big giant island, not like Breath of the Wild big, but a big
Sure.
island. And there's a series of circles. So there's a white circle that you have to be in basically all the time that the white circle's live. And if you're outside of it, then you take damage slowly. So they use that circle to kind of concentrate the action of the game. So the matches take like 20, 30. Well, I mean, if you're bad, matches take like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're good, then they'll go like 20 minutes. And you get these ridiculous moments. Like you parachute down, you see another guy parachute down right next to you.
Yeah.
And you're like, neither of you have a gun. And you're just sitting there beating the shit out of each other until one of you's dead. And then you have to go find health and guns and armor and all this stuff.
What's
It's
the
King of
other
the Kill,
game?
right? For
H1Z1.
H1Z1. Yeah.
So PlayerUnknown is the guy's name who made there was an article in New York Mag today about him, but he made mods for H1Z1 and I think Arma that were the same kind of mechanic. They credited him as the inventor of the Battle Royale game.
Gotcha.
And it also is squad based too. So you can like if you matchmake as a single player, you can matchmake into 1 versus 100 basically, where nobody teams up and it's just every man for himself. That's really tense and awful. But you can do duos or up to 4-player squads as well. And when you do that, then you parachute in with your guys all in one spot. You armor up, and then you find a good place to hide out in what you think is going to end up being the center of the map at the end. And like everybody watches one corner of the building, and you're all in voice, and it's just
It sounds
and awesome.
We got to do a Let's Play on this.
If
Is
you-
it PC
It's,
only?
of course,
It's PC
it's
only right now.
only.
Hey guys,
We'll figure it out.
I run a virtual reality company. I have 3 portable PCs that I can bring over here anytime you would like. We have to have monitors to plug them in. You got to get some capture business.
Sure, yeah, of course. Well, Kevin says that makes it all
we're
happen.
good.
Well,
Yeah.
Kevin's not
When
as
he's-
supposed, but
when
yeah.
he's here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it is.
Is it worth it? It's good. We should do it.
God, it's so good. It's only like $30 too. There's 2 million people. Like,
Is it better than, or is it just so similar to H1Z1
So-
King of the? And I'm saying it was King of the Kill, right? They broke it into 2: H1Z1 King of the Kill and.
So I never played those games because they my understanding of Arma is like to have a fun Arma game, you have to spend like 6 hours.
Sure.
I have a kid. I can't
Yeah,
spend
no.
6 hours, or that's just it's not in my life.
Yeah.
So when somebody told me that I could play this in like 20 minutes with 4 friends, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm totally
Okay,
gonna
cool.
do that. That's great."
All right,
Yeah.
I'm in.
I've killed.
so sold.
If you have a 1-to-1 kill death ratio at the end of like 10 games, you've done really well.
Okay.
So
You should
even
come
if-
over and play with us then.
I'll
yeah.
totally come over and play anytime.
Next question comes from Parker B. Good day, Kind of Funny crew. Let me
day.
cut to the chase.
day. Hello.
I, like many, was unable to get my hands on the Nintendo Switch on launch. With
Because you're a
limited,
non-believer. That's the thing now I don't like. Well, I can't find it. Well, it's like you should have fucking read the tea leaves. We all saw it. We all thought it looked cool. We bought it.
with the limited variety of games and no bundles just yet, what should consumers like myself do? Should we wait until bundles or models with a larger memory come out to save a little money since we missed the early adopter window? When do you think we'll start seeing a variety of models and bundles? Or do you think it'll be a long time? I have a new job starting in the fall that requires a lot of travel, and I'd love it for the plane rides. I'll be playing Horizon and whooping some dino robot ass while awaiting your response. You guys are most dope. Thanks.
You're pretty dope too.
I appreciate that.
Should have bought it early. Should've just
I don't think you should wait for one with more memory. Memory is so cheap.
Those cards,
the
cards are like $30 for
micro
128
SD, and
gigs.
30 bucks will get you a lot.
Yeah.
Like you can find some that are like $10.
Kevin, did we ever thank the guy who sent in the memory cards? Yeah, so apparently if Amazon will fuck up sometimes, you order 1 memory card and they'll send you 5, and then you send the other 4 to your friends. Are Kind of funny, and then we all have Switch
That's
memory
awesome.
cards now. Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah.
Kevin, do you
good.
remember the guy's name?
Chester.
Chester. Thank
Shout
you,
out to
Chester.
Chester. Thank you very much. But no, those cards are so damn cheap, and I think that they're only going to get cheaper. So that's not a worry for me. In terms of bundles, yeah, you could totally wait. There will be bundles. I would predict there's going to be a bundle, at least a bundle, by the end of the year. Like when it's going into Black Friday, there'll be a Black Friday bundle. There'll probably be a holidays bundle. I assume Mario Kart will come with it at some point.
It seemed like they held a bunch of it seems like the retailers were holding units
For
the
Mario
Kart
Kart.
release, and now those are gone.
And that seems to be the strategy where I imagine they're going to do that again for ARMS and for Splatoon and whatever else they got.
I'm really pleased with I kind of didn't expect to like that hardware, and I sat right before it shipped. I told you this before the show, and kind of was like, I'm going to cancel my Amazon pre-order because I'm just going to get Breath of the Wild on Wii U, and that'll be good enough. And I'll wait, and this fall when Mario comes out, I'll get a Switch.
And then you said,
and
no,
then
keep it
then
in.
I forgot to do it, and it shipped, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'd have to return it. I might as
Yeah.
well just open it and play anyway.
I-
It was a good choice.
I'm so blown away by how much I love it because I got it and I was it's with me all the time.
Yeah.
I got it and I was gonna be like, all right, cool. I'll play Zelda and I'll play some kart and blah, blah, and I'm like, that's all I play. You know what I mean? Because granted, we travel so much, it's just easier to do. But then I play Persona when I get home. But like right now, in the middle of a move, in the middle of all this traveling, all this other stuff, it's like, yep.
Well, but, I mean, that's it. Like, I wish I could play Persona on something like that.
100%.
It wasn't a Vita.
And
If I had a nickel.
This is the problem I had when like they announced it, and then when I got like, was when it was like, nope, it's still gonna be Nintendo where they're making Nintendo games and indie stuff will be on it, and no, you can't port third party stuff. Because my whole thing had been like, how rad would it have been? And this is going backwards, but when they were talking about dates, they put it out next to Mass Effect, and you can play Mass Effect on it. And my thought process was it would be a game changer, even though I love trophies, of being able to take open world RPGs with me anywhere, maybe giant games with me anywhere and play them. Now, granted, Mass Effect wasn't,
I mean,
Mass
it turns
Effect-
out.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
not
Mass
the
Effect
game we
ain't gonna
wanted.
happen. But I was thinking about this morning when I was thinking back to the last topic, the Game of the Year one,
Yeah.
and people were saying Persona 4 Golden. Is there a chance at a Persona 5 Golden or whatever, red? I guess it's a red
Sure.
thing, right?
I mean, I would imagine so. I don't know what, if any, the deal is with Atlas and PlayStation for Persona 5 exclusivity window or forever or anything like that, but I could easily see that happening. And granted, it's down resing and this, that, and the other, but
But I mean, the PS3 version, though.
yeah. What? Oh, right, the PS3 version. Yeah. Even there, I think you have to do. There's gonna be concessions made, but I think they'd be worthy. They'd be awesome because I that's the whole thing about Persona 4 Golden is like it was good looking, but it wasn't the best looking game on the market, and nobody gave a shit. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play that kind of game for. I play it for story and weird shit.
Honestly, I think you're more than likely going to get something like Persona Q, where they do something for the Switch that is the Switch. Yeah. Whatever, it's more Persona. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Persona?
Don't do that goddamn single player dungeon crawling crap and like just go. Yeah.
Okay.
But I can see that happening because that is like you talk about. Man, who's the Switch's audience? It's like, oh, anybody who plays Atlas games. So yeah, why not?
But like my wife, I came out the other night after playing some Battle Royale.
Yeah.
And my wife was playing Mario Kart on the couch. She never plays games if I'm not like, hey, you want to play some Mario Kart?
Yeah.
I'm always the instigator.
Yeah.
And just seeing her pick up the Switch and play it because it was there and it was easy. It was super cool.
Exactly.
Final question from Joey B.
Joey B!
How often do you guys read video game websites and forums?
Great question.
I never read forums anymore. I would go to Reddit sometimes.
Yeah, it was Reddit count, yeah.
Reddit's a forum, right? It's
Yeah.
the forum. All the forums on the internet became Reddit or NeoGAF.
Yeah.
Or maybe something awful, I guess.
Yeah, maybe something.
Shout out
awful.
to Low Tax.
Yeah. No, I mean, we check the sites every day, but that's part of the morning show. That's when I'm usually doing it. And then it's still that, it was funny when we were at IGN, we were always not worried, but like cognizant of that IGN.com, the main page traffic was down and it was social sharing. And now that's how it is for me with Waypoint. It is with IGN where it's like, oh, Patrick wrote something interesting and quote tweeted his link on the Waypoint and explains why I should read it. And I click it. I'm like, oh, it was a great read. Yeah. But I've never gone to waypoint.com to read anything.
Yeah, the Twitter filters up the best shit.
Yeah.
I live on forums and websites. I don't think I'll ever stop that. I think that's one of those things that the generation that comes after me is gonna like totally only be on the social stuff.
Yeah.
But I am so embedded in the lifestyle of it's just part of my routine to go on NeoGAF anytime I have a free moment just to see if something new happened. And like, there's the Twitter account for the new thread or whatever, but it's like, there's just something about just like looking through and seeing that stuff and going through, like I go to IGN every day, Kotaku every day, and just like scrolling through and seeing what they're talking about. Like, it's not even just like a business thing where I'm looking to like know what everyone else is doing, which that feeds into it as well. But it's also like, I still genuinely enjoy the content and I like reading it. And as much of a video guy as I am, I read and at least just kind of glance at things a lot more than I watch videos. But I love the shit.
I mean, the thing that's happened in the last 5 or 10 years is that it used to be that like stuff started on like Chan boards and something awful and all the kind of deep dark message boards of the internet, and then filtered up over a period of weeks until my mom saw like somebody get rickrolled on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade and was like, started sending me rickroll links.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then that took like a year probably, and now it's like a 3-day window from when something pops up on Reddit, because all of the producers at the Today Show and at late night and all the places that people watch mainstream media all are watching the same. They all know, hey, it all comes from Reddit now.
Yep.
Yeah. That was the weird thing is when my Reddit story starts the first time when Scott Bromley back in the day was like, hey, did you know your Dead Space 2 review's been on the front page of Reddit forever? I'm like, or for 2 days. I'm like, no, that's awesome. What's Reddit? And then I went there, just everybody being mean to me. I was like, oh, fuck. And I didn't even know what this was. And now I'm on Reddit 3 times a day because it's the commute to work, it's the commute home from work, and then a final check-in and just looking through. And it's weird how it is that everything, how I've subscribed to so many subreddits that it's like, oh, well, here's a what the fuck thing, and here's a funny gif, and then here's the video game news, and here's some awesome Witcher 3 cosplay because I'm still subscribed to that for some reason. Here's what's happening in Persona, and here's Mario Kart strategies, and it's just like, that's where I find it all.
Do you subscribe to the subreddits for individual games?
I do.
I was gonna say that's like once I realized I should be doing that, like Overwatch, Destiny, all those kind of living games, Hitman.
Yep.
Like those subreddits tell me when I need to be paying attention to a game that I might not otherwise load up and check out.
Yeah,
that's great.
that was the thing of like that's like now the highest compliment I think like I can play a game of like, I liked you so much, I'm gonna follow your subreddit. Like I still follow Watch Dogs 2 subreddit. I'm just like, what's happening? Just let me know and show me some of your Dead Set cosplay.
I love Reddit too, but my issue with it is I haven't found a subreddit for like video games that works for me, like for an overall thing, like in the same way that I go to NeoGAF for news and stuff. Is there an equivalent?
There's games,
but they're too big.
Games is like, it's like too much of it's just memes. And
well, just, I mean, you can go through like I'm on the PlayStation 4 one, the PlayStation Vita one, and those are basically our PS I Love You fans of like, they're so into it, they're talking about very specific things about that stuff.
Interesting. I should probably look up the Switch one.
And the individual game ones are really good. Like if you
Mario Kart's awesome.
The Smash Bros. I used to look at all the time.
Yeah, the Zelda one, the Breath of the Wild one was really useful, but a little spoilery, so you kind of got to be careful. But like especially like when I was deep into Hitman last year, like that was great because it'd be like, hey, there's a new contract coming up. There's new targets. What are those? The ones that go away?
High value targets.
Gary Busey. Yeah, the things that you have like 2 days or a week or whatever to kill, and you get one shot at.
Yeah.
Like that stuff is really good and super useful. Overwatch is the same way. So yeah,
there you go. That stuff. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This has been really fun, guys.
This has been fun. Where can people find you and support you and do all that stuff?
I'm on the Twitters at Will Smith, and if you want to know more about the Foo Show or watch the Foo Show yourself, if you have a VR headset, or if you don't have a VR headset, you can do that by just using a gamepad and a normal PC. You can find us on Steam. Just search for the Foo Show, FOOSHOW. And I talk to people who make games. So I talk to people who make games while we're inside their actual games. You load it up, you put the headset on, you're standing in the watchtower from Firewatch talking to Jake and Sean from Campo Santo with me. And you can pick stuff up, you can look at it, they tell stories about how the game's made. I've done an episode with Brendan Chung of Quadrato Cowboy. And then also, the next one that's coming up, hopefully by the time you guys, probably not by the time this airs, but within the next week or so, I'm talking to a biophysical chemist who makes nanomachines out of DNA.
Nanomachines?
Nanomachines. Yeah. It's not like Metal Gear, it's hard to believe. But we go all the way down. So like we start out in his lab, and then we chunk down into like some of his equipment, and then we chunk down again into like a microscopic scale. We can see cells like E. coli swimming around, and then we chunk down one more time until we see the DNA coming out of the E. coli. It's really cool. So you might learn something. It's cool. Dangerous.
Well, get hyped. Get in there. Until next time. I love you.
Fox, die.
Hopefully you enjoyed that episode of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. If you did, click there to subscribe to Kind of Funny Games. Click there to subscribe to Kind of Funny for non-game content. Click here to support us on Patreon. And this part's not sponsored, Cherries Berries. Get out there.